So two things matter: your qualifying degree, UG degree, and the GATE paper matters. For BM students, GATE Biomedical can not only get you GATE Biomedical seat. There are many other seats it will fetch you, or you're eligible for. And non-biomedical students, you can give the GATE Biomedical paper, and you are still eligible for even many core seats. Mechanical students in certain mechanical streams, easy students certain easy streams or EE streams. The objective of this meeting is that there is a lot of misconception on the GATE Biomedical paper, specifically on the GATE Biomedical paper. So we want to discuss some of those important misconceptions on who can give the paper and for whom the paper is useful for and all that, right? But what I want to do today is to actually look at three specific documents. One is uh, the GATE brochure, to see what the BM paper and all that is, basics of that. And then also want to take the admission brochure or one of the old IITs. Okay. Brochure that was easier to read and that I came across is from IIT Madras. Okay. So I'm going to look at that admission brochure. And third, we also want to know, typically what should we aim for? What is the cutoff? What is the ranks and all that, right? A lot of students have a lot of questions. Towards that, we are also going to look at one more official document. Okay. Which document I will say it when we get to that point. Right now, let's make sure we are all on the same page. Okay. Let me share the screen. One thing is the GATE PM paper is useful for many, many, many students. Okay. And what we want to do is to restrict to BE BTech students trying to join MTech programs. How does the GATE PM paper roll? That is what we want to answer. And there is a lot of misconception on who can give the paper, who the paper is useful for and all that. Let's all look at the official documents. Okay. There are many websites that share these details, but I prefer to look at the official documents. And we are doing this at 2025. Look at the most recent document. Means if we have 2025, 2026 document, we look at that. If not, we look at 2024, 2025 documents. Okay. Now all these documents change every year. So any specifics on any particular year, you need to look at the corresponding official document. Okay. But what we see today will give you a very rough overview on critical things. Okay. And most of these things don't change drastically from year to year. So it's well worth looking at it, at any specific year. So quickly, say what do you think is a GATE PM paper useful for? And while we look at it, let's get the GATE brochure. Let's look at 2025. So this was conducted by IIT Roorkee. If you go there, I think this is from the official website. There are many abbreviations here. What we'll again look at today is BTech BE students trying to get MTech seat. Okay. So typically, if you have a BE BTech, you are eligible. Okay. Plus few other things, those eligibility criteria will be given here. Of these details, I suppose all of you know, right? Exam is for 3 hours and all that. 3 types of questions. MCQs have negative marking and all that. Yeah, basic eligibility is given, and typically not just BE BTech students, BSc students, MBBS students, neither students can give. But today, let's focus on BE BTech students. Okay, so typically 4 years of engineering or technology. Okay, or it says 3 years after BSc, diploma in engineering technology, after doing a BSc. And you are eligible to give this exam since your 3rd year. So you can give, if you are a UG student, you can attend the exam once in the 3rd year. You can again give the exam in the 4th. There are many papers here, and the paper of our interest is this. Suppose, let's kind of zoom this. Biomedical paper, BM. It would help to recall some of these abbreviations or codes given here for papers. Aerospace is AE. Agricultural AR. Okay, architecture AR. Sorry, agricultural is AG and architecture is AR. Biomedical is BM. BT biotechnology. CE civil engineering. CH chemical. CS design. CY chemistry. Okay. DA science and artificial intelligence. EC electronics and communication. EE is electrical engineering. Have environmental science, ecology and evolution, mathematics engineering, geology and geophysics, instrumentation engineering, mathematics, mechanical engineering, mining engineering, metallurgical engineering. So MT is metallurgical engineering. Okay. Then we have naval and marine. We have petroleum engineering, physics, ocean and industrial engineering, statistics, textile engineering, and fiber. We also have engineering sciences. So this is referred to as XE. Okay. Don't worry about humanities and social sciences, also life sciences today. Okay. So some of the abbreviations you may wanna recall for this meeting would be, of course, the PM. Then we have DA is data science, right? Yeah, DA is data science. Then because some biomaterials is covered in metallurgy, well, not metallurgy, actually material science. It's not explicitly mentioned here. So I think we can skip that. IN, instrumentation, right? Again, let me repeat. We may have to recall some of these abbreviations as we proceed along. Okay, there are different XC papers. We will not worry about it. We'll focus on GATE PM paper. That is one thing. And so they started allowing you to give 2 papers every year, not just one. There is a 2 paper combination. Notice BM students can give BT and IN. So they can also write, the primary paper is biomedical and then secondary paper is biotechnology and instrumentation engineering. Quickly, let me ask, so which students can give, students from which department give the GATE biomedical paper? Because decision is made by looking at this detail in the GATE brochure. Here is the thing. We have 2 physiotherapy students sitting in a class. Okay. I'm going to talk about physiotherapy, but it turns out they have already checked the brochures. They said they are eligible. Okay. So students outside of BE BTech are eligible for GATE PM paper. Point number 1. Okay, we'll keep that aside today. If you look at the engineering students, the common misconception is only IN and BT students can give the PM paper. Misconception. Who can give the, PM, right? Say you are in instrumentation, you have the option of giving biomedical as the second paper. So you have the option of giving EC, EE, ME. This is very well known. This is only PM as a secondary paper. Okay. And I'm going to show this with reasonable evidence, data, and all that. PM paper is relatively very, very easy. And things in the subjects in the biomedical paper is learnable by students other than biomedical, students. So, because it says the 2 paper combination only, if you give PM, you can give PTIN. So typically IN students can give PM. And then if you look at PT, yeah, PT students can give PM. Doesn't mean it stops there. For example, C students give biomedical as the first paper. The option is there. Similarly, okay, if you have a degree in data science and analytics, artificial intelligence, you can give the biomedical paper, right, as a primary paper. That option there. Okay. So now, of course, which means, say you are a EC student, you are giving the GATE biomedical paper, which means you cannot give the EC paper, that is electronics and communications paper. Okay. That raises two questions. Can easy students say learn and do well in the biomedical paper? Is biomedical paper useful for easy students? And I'm specifically choosing easy students, but you can technically choose students from many other branches. Okay. This is one of the important misconceptions that I want to address today. Just because the paper combination is this, just because you cannot give PM as a secondary paper, doesn't mean you cannot give it as a primary paper. Yeah, if you have doubts, raise it.
Excuse me, sir. Can I audible? Hello, sir. Can I audible?
Audible.
Sir, but uh, nearly in 2025 they recently updated the new combination, sir. In that in their official website, even AIDS students and electrical engineering students can attend the biomedical engineering, sir, as a secondary paper.
Yeah, so I think they updated this list. That updated list. So this is actually official website, but this brochure I suppose is not updated. That two papers combination was updated. You are correct, but that is EE students. It's not still EC students, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
EE students can get PM as a secondary paper. That is a change they made. Okay, even though we are looking at the official document, this was updated, right? But my point is, just because you can only give PM as a secondary paper doesn't stop you from giving it as a primary paper. Okay, major point. So now two questions. Can say easy students give PM as a primary paper? Do well. First question. A PM paper is one of the easiest papers. Okay, we look at the subjects and then we'll also look at some solid data towards that. Second, is PM paper even useful as a primary paper? Right, there is that question. Okay, again I'll show you options are there even for easy students. Okay, so at least I will show you some feasible options, some feasible eligible seats where easy students can write the PM paper and try to get even a EC seat or sometimes a PM seat, EC related PM seat, something like that. I'll try to show you some examples for that. Okay, I cannot show you all the examples exhaustively in the given time. I can show you some examples. So this is fine. You have general aptitude for all of that, and then subject is 85%, right? See, notice first of all, students from both IN and EC have performed very well in the GATE biomedical paper. They have even been all India rank 1 students, right? So aptitude, most of you know, it's the same thing. Engineering mathematics, it's again the same thing. Electrical circuits, typically you know this better than the biomedical students. Signals and systems, typically you know this better than the biomedical students. Again, okay. Analog digital electronics. This is one subject that I ask BM students to skip, at least the advanced topics. But I suppose electronic students, let's say, they would at least know the basics of this, right? Electronic students, IN students. And controls, again, this is something that you would likely know better the PM students because their core subjects are something else, right? Then comes bioinstrumentation. Okay. If you can learn, right, comfortable with instrumentation, this is just applied instrumentation. You need to learn some again from human anatomy, physiology, and medical devices by instrumentation and all that. But this is just applied instrumentation. In that sense, this is fairly easily coverable by non-BM students, specifically INAC students. Okay. How much of HAP need to know? Sufficient HAP so that they understand questions in other topics, questions and concepts in other topics like bioinstrumentation and medical imaging. Right. One more subject that is fairly easy for say IN and EC students is this medical imaging systems, right? There is a lot of signals and systems concepts. And again, most of these concepts rely on in mathematics, which again, I suppose students from other branches are fairly comfortable with. So this again is fairly easily doable. The real challenging subjects here would be biomechanics and biomaterials, right? Biomaterials, mostly theory, biomechanics. Again, if you can somehow extend V's IR, linear systems to analysis of linear systems, FSMA, and things like that. Biomechanics might be easy, but otherwise, these are the two difficult subjects for you. But what you may miss on these two subjects, you can actually easily catch up on the other subjects, right? So this is easily doable. Point number one. Okay. Now let's also look at of the MTech admission brochures. Okay. As I said, the brochure that was easy for me to read is this IIT Madras brochure, one of the old IITs. I'm going to look at that today. Okay. There is no specific reason for me to, I'm not giving any specific bias or anything towards IIT Madras. Okay. That was easily readable, relatively easy to read it compared to the other brochures. So for that reason, I'm choosing that. Okay. If we go here, again, let's go to the official page, MTech MA admissions. Suppose there is a condensed version here, the poster, right? The roughly tells you it's July 2025, right? And the deadlines and all that is kind of written over here, right? When it opens, when it closes, all of that is given here. What are the branches available? Does this application open, close, all those details are given. But actual details are best seen in the brochure, which is different. Where to choose that? Let's see. So I am on the recent website, updated website, but the brochure I suppose is 2024 brochure. They haven't updated this. At least when I checked it today, this is 2024 brochure. Okay, this will likely be changed to 2025 brochure, but right now I'm looking at 2024 brochure. Again, there aren't like drastic changes from one year to the other. So most of the things we discussed will be useful, but any specific detail you need to look at the most recent brochure or the most recent update from the official website. Okay, let's look at the basic eligibility. Again, there are many eligible things that you could do. Perhaps I can pause there for a moment. Minimum eligibility for GATE qualified candidates. Eligibility, you can be a IIT MTech student with a specific CGPA, a sponsored candidate, right? But most of you, it's going to be GATE qualification, right? You can have a degree in engineering, technology, architecture, 4-year BS degree in educational institutions, right? Approved by IISc. So I think this is where bachelor's in physiotherapy applies, I suppose. Is it a 3-year degree or a 4-year degree? Can one of the students let me know?
So 4.5 years degree.
If this is 4.5 years, right? Then I suppose it does apply.
Yes, sir. Yes.
But okay, but anyways, let's physiotherapy students, we'll have to discuss that separately. And there are few other ways to get in sponsored candidates. This is industry sponsored candidates. I don't see any self-sponsored candidates. Then there is a quality improvement program, UOP, user oriented programs. There are a couple other options, but we'll mostly focus on GATE, PM, right? GATE PM paper. There is an interesting thing. Okay, we'll take this as an illustrative example. Again, some of the things abbreviations we may have to recall. Okay, specifically, okay, biomedical engineering is a part of Department of Applied Mechanics and say IIT Madras. There are two streams. One is in applied mechanics. There is a computational experimental mechanics stream AM1, and then biomedical engineering is AM2. And then AM2, there is a Y and N. I suppose this is with whether there is assistantship or not. Okay. The number of seats are also given for each stream, substream, and within substream based on assistantship and no assistantship, right? That is given. And then PT here is bioprocess engineering, of course, but that comes under biotechnology. Okay. CE for civil, that I suppose fairly easy. CH for chemical, CS for computer science. TA, data science and artificial intelligence. Okay. EE, electrical engineering. I suppose we may have to need this. Okay. From what I saw today morning, have electronic system design and instrumentation. That is EE4. Okay. Let's just quickly register that so that we can record. And then we have mathematics, Department of Mathematics. We have a stream, industrial mathematics and scientific computing. Okay. Again, within each department, there are multiple streams. Okay. Here we are looking at industrial math and scientific computing. That is MA1. And there are mechanical streams. Yeah, in metallurgical material engineering, we have MM. All right. This is metallurgical and materials. Yeah, both of them put together. MM. Okay, let's also remember that. Then there is ocean, petroleum, physics, specifically functional materials and nanotechnology. Okay. Some of you might be interested in, biomaterials, something like that. So, just keep this in mind to check if you are eligible. Finally, we have two interdisciplinary programs. We have specialization in catalysis technology, chemical engineering with a specialization in catalysis technology. So this is chemical engineering, CA catalysis. MTech and clinical engineering. It's coordinated by Applied Mechanics, Department of Applied Mechanics. This goes by CL1. Now, eligibility for admission in various MTech programs. First, let's see what the biomedical engineering, right? They are eligible for. Here, there are two important details you need to know. One is discipline of qualifying degree. If you are a BE BTech student, what is the discipline, right? What is the department? Is it BE in biomedical or is it BE in computer science? That would be your qualifying degree, discipline of qualifying degree. Okay. That is an important factor that determines eligibility. Another important factor, eligibility for specific seats. Another important factor that determines eligibility for specific seats is, for a given seat is your gate paper. Say typically this is gate, a PM paper. Okay. So biomedical engineering students right now notice they have options available in go to applied mechanics. Let me highlight this bit. Biomedical students have to necessarily join biomedical MTech, AM2, applied mechanics 2, biomedical engineering, right? They have an option to join clinical, or at least they are eligible for clinical engineering. They're eligible for, bioprocess engineering. They are even eligible for computer science, specific stream. EE4, I pointed out, they're eligible for that. They're also eligible for data science and artificial intelligence. So biomedical students are eligible for so many MTech programs. Point number one, most of you know this is a biomedical paper or biomedical MTech and then clinical engineering. That most of you know as far as IIT Madras goes. But you are also eligible for many other branches. Important point. This is what I was referring to. Here, MTech eligible discipline, seats available, qualifying gateway. So two things matter. Your UG department, that is your your qualifying degree, and then your qualifying gate paper. These two can be different. Someone in biomedical can write the electronics paper. Someone in electronics can write the biomedical paper, right? But typically biomedical students don't have to go to other department and write it. Okay, because biomedical paper, as I said, is fairly easy. Okay, notice if you look at AM2, biomedical engineering, right? PM students are eligible. Again, try to highlight this. Oh, my mouse pointer is there, right? Students are eligible. IN students are eligible. Students from in EE, in this case, even ECTACS, all of them are eligible. And there are specific number of seats allocated for each subdivision. Interestingly, PM students can give, let's say, GATE in data science and artificial intelligence and come to applied mechanics, biomedical. PM students can give biomedical GATE paper, which is a prescribed thing, which is what you typically want to do, can come to biomedical program, right? Can also, of course, give any of this GATE qualifying papers, come to applied mechanics. Then, in notice, IN students can give biomedical paper and come to biomedical degree AM2. Similar thing happens with clinical engineering also. So at this point, biomedical paper is not just useful for biomedical students. This is useful for instrumentation students and students from many other branches. Point number one, you may have to sacrifice your primary paper, the leap of faith that you take. But given other statistics and data about the biomedical paper, right? And again, some recent history, it is possible for to make that jump. This is one important detail, okay? Goes with even clinical engineering. So, in fact, I suppose this information is better seen in stable. Eligible programs for various combinations of qualifying disciplines and GATE paper. This is a UG degree and the GATE paper. These can be two different things. So, in the columns here, right, we have the GATE paper starting from AE, AG, agriculture, right? Then AR, architecture, PM, right? Our paper of interest, PM over here. And there are many other papers. Qualifying degree, this is your EG degree. Space, AG, AR, okay? Here, let's focus on first, the row is easy to see. So let's look at this row. Where can biomedical students, that is students who have a UG degree in biomedical, can they go, right? Notice pretty much many departments are open to you, right? Okay, typically you have applied mechanics and clinical engineering, applied mechanics, clinical engineering, electrical engineering, then clinical engineering, biotechnology, mechanics, clinical engineering. So mostly that you have even CS, biomedical students can go to CS if they want to. They can go to data science and artificial intelligence if they want to write the corresponding paper, right? For example, by giving the biomedical paper, a biomedical student, qualifying degree is PM, GATE paper is PM, you have three options: biomedical in applied mechanics, clinical engineering, this electronic systems and instrumentation in electrical engineering. Yeah, three options available. You want to say go to data science, artificial intelligence, you will have to give the data, GATE DA paper. But I suppose that is relatively harder, so we'll stick to this. So in IIT Madras, you have three options available. Of course, you could go to other institutes and look for the other options that you have. Someone, could you please reshare the screen, as I could only saw your video, not the screen. So this is recorded, right? I can always send the recording if there is an issue. Okay. So there, my video, screen, all of that should be recorded. First important point, just in IIT Madras, biomedical students giving biomedical have three options, not just the biomedical thing. Clinical engineering, some of you know, can also have an option in electrical engineering. Now let's look at, you give GATE PM paper, can give GATE PM paper. For example, so for that, we'll have to look at this column, the GATE biomedical column. Okay. E students can GATE biomedical paper. They can get a seat in biomedical engineering AM2. mathematics. There are three streams in mechanical engineering. You also have clinical engineering. So typically, if you are aerospace students, you want to get one of this mechanical engineering seats. This is the easy way out for you. Why easy? I'll show that in a moment. Let's look at two. So where is this? Yeah, this is this fourth column here, right? PT students have an option to go to energy and material science department, or they can also get clinical engineering. Engineering students can also give this. You have three options, right? Clinical engineering, biomedical engineering, and then you have mathematics. Basically, industrial and computational science, right? Computational math. And then engineering students can give. Okay, again, there are somewhat of a relevant option in mechanical and then in material science. Okay. These students, electronic students, notice your qualifying degree, UG degree is an AC. Who took that leap of faith? You gave GATE Biomedical as a first paper. Let's say you do well. You have EE4 open. You are eligible for that in IITM. Of course, you are also eligible for biomedical, clinical engineering. Then there is a stream in mechanical engineering and so on. Mechanical and math. But EE4 is more relevant to say EC students, right? Thing with EE students can write biomedical paper. Now they have more options available. Again, the biomedical AM2, clinical engineering. In addition to that, okay, there is this math, the mechanical engineering ME3, then you have EE4, and then there was also physics, nanotechnology thing that we saw, right? So electrical students also. So many things are available through the GATE biomedical paper, secondary paper or primary paper, right? Through GATE biomedical paper, many options are available. You can go further down this column. So would look at industrial engineering, instrumentation engineering. Typically, yeah, instrumentation students, again, you get biomedical paper, you have biomedical engineering, clinical engineering, then you have a stream in mechanical engineering, and then EE4, right? Electronics systems and instrumentation. We'll also look at what is the ME3 because it seems to be recurring again and again, right? Even for mechanical students, this option is available. Mechanical options are available. If they are eligible, how many seats and all that, you could go back to the brochure initial details with all specific details you could see perhaps in the most recent brochure. But notice UBM as a primary paper, then you have mechanical options available, right? So two things matter: your qualifying degree, UG degree, and the GATE paper matters. For BM students, GATE biomedical can not only get you GATE biomedical seat. There are many other seats it will fetch you, or you're eligible for. And non-biomedical students, you can give the GATE biomedical paper, and you are still eligible for even many core seats. Mechanical students in certain mechanical streams, easy students certain easy streams or EE streams in this case. No spaces, I think, separate electronics department in IIT Madras. So electrical and electronics, both of them come together, EE. Okay, that's why there is a specific stream. That is one important point. Most students don't know of. Okay, and I wanted to point that one out. What is the ME3? We'll just look at that and we'll wind up. Okay. Last document is to, this will be relevant for most of you. Saying biomedical paper is easy. Why is it easy? Right? Is it some efficient data and all that? Yeah, that we'll look at. Oh, ME3. Manufacturing. Interesting. So this is manufacturing again, indigenous manufacturing of devices and all that. Let's say you're interested. This is an option that is open to you. Great. The last thing is, let's also look at one more official document, and this is by IISc. Okay. GATE ASC. Here's the institute that conducts the GATE examination. Into the results, they also give some statistics on the GATE results. For example, GATE 2024 was conducted by IISc. IISc gave some interesting statistics. The GATE paper download opportunities. Download. There are question papers available, information brochure available. GATE 2024 statistical and performance report. See, all the students who are asking, what would be my rank? What would be my score? What would be, will I get any seat and all that is one of the things that you need to look at. Let's open this. And this document, okay, this is 2024, but this is reasonably representative of what happens in the other years. Okay, so this is a typical scenario that happens. Exactly on an expectation wise, this is what typically happens. Okay. Again, we need some abbreviations. Registered up yet qualified. Okay. Then general category OBC, OBC, NCL, ST, PWD. Okay. One of the things is your category is one of the most important details. Say your category is OBC, NCL, you have a NCL certificate. Make use of that. Sometimes there is an EWS certificate, depends on year to year, economically weaker session and all that. If we have it, if that category is there, be specific. I know of students, for example, I know of OBC students who had a non-creamy layer. While filling up the application, they chose general category. Later on, they realized because they chose general category, they are missing out many opportunities. In fact, some of them did not get opportunities. Okay, whatever is your category, you have this option. Choose it. Same things, AEAGAR. Okay, these abbreviations fairly straightforward. Right. First, the table. This shows paper-wise category, paper-wise and category-wise qualifying marks and qualifying GATE scores. Category matters a lot. That is perhaps one important takeaway. Let's again look at GATE BM. Okay. Row over there. Registered is 2,345. About 20% of students don't show up. Just 80% only shows up. And 860. Out of that, only 124 qualifies. Roughly about 200 UG biomedical engineering colleges in India. That means even if you're a college topper, local college topper, that is your college topper, right? Not all the college toppers don't have enough space, right? There are 200 college toppers, but 124 qualify. That gives you some estimate of how difficult it is. Saying others don't have a chance, you need good enough preparation based on your, wherever wherever your status is, prior knowledge, prior preparation and all that. Okay. Mean marks of the top 0.1% or top 10 is 46.33. In fact, this is one place, let's say if I go give the GATE biomedical examination, I get, let's say 85 or something like that. I can easily skew this. I can skew this, then, easily become 50, something like that, 51 or something like that. And then that will also affect the important GATE score. Okay. So the toppers scored around 46. Toppers, top 1%, top 10 students, 46. Okay. Average is 9. Then standard deviation, there is a huge standard deviation. General category cutoff is 25. OBC, EWS, this is 22.5. And then SC/ST candidates, this is EWD, this is 16.6. They also convert this marks into scores out of 1,000 so that students from different gate papers can be compared. They all have this gate score, which is what they will compare during admissions, right? So general students get 350. OBC students, right, qualifying score, this is 286. SC/ST, PWD, this is 152. That is, again, to put this in perspective, biomedical student, let's take general student, okay. Let's say he qualified with 25 marks. He had a gate score of 350. To get the same gate score of 350, let's say an easy student, electronic student, they should also score 25. They are getting a 350. Okay. Difference is not there, but notice 8,000 roughly students register, 63,000 students gave, right? This is few orders, at least one order, and then, 30 times higher than this number, right? Number of students who get PM. And you have 13,000 students qualifying. So you have the competition is more number of students, competition is much higher. Okay. In fact, let's look at the IN students. IN students. So the general category cutoff is 32.7. They score 32.8. General category students score 32.7. They qualified. Their gate score is 350. To get the same gate score, biomedical paper, they had to do 25. Right? What they are going to compare is this gate score. That would be 350. So competition wise, then how, at the end of the day, gate score matters. The same gate score, typically you can score lesser in the BM paper. That's one thing. Okay. Registered, appeared, qualified. I suppose this is not all that relevant for us. Category wise, registered, appeared, qualified. Total qualified roughly 124, right? So let's look at the next table. A biomedical paper, all India rank 1 score 54 last year. But the top 1.1% or top 10 students with an average score 46, right? So if you're scoring close to 50, you're likely having a single digit rank. 55 plus a single digit rank, okay? Perhaps it's, all India rank 12, something like that. 12, 13, okay? Typically, so far it hasn't gone above all India rank 50. One more important thing. Certain programs where there is a cutoff based on gate score. So, for example, this student, most of you know who the student, right? Is even admin in our group, right? So, for 54.33, the student, topper, got a gate score of 1,000. Okay, let's look at the instrumentation. Instrumentation topper score 82.67 out of 100. Gate score is 984. Someone score here, even the second rank, third rank is likely to go below 980 because 980 is cut off for some branches, some seats at specific places. Oh, you're a topper, you scored 80 out of, let's say, 100, but you are not eligible for a seat. If you are giving implementation paper, electronics paper, and things like that. Biomedical paper, so far, at least if you are topping, pretty much get the seat that you want. close to the scheduled time, but I'll quickly wrap things up. I already made all my important points. Perhaps I will stay here for a couple of minutes for questions and all that. Then you have paper-wise range of marks out of 100, right? PM students, let's look at this. 53 students, above 40, 10 students, 40 plus. This is why I keep saying it's likely all India rank less than 50, right? You have, the mode is happening here, 0 to 10. The cutoff is over here, right? Cutoff is somewhere over here, depending on your category. Notice, so 30 plus, say in the general category, 30 plus. There are about, let's say, 50 seats, 50 good seats. You're likely eligible, to one of them. General category. It gets easier if you're in other categories, okay? Easier as far as this gate marks and scores go. Okay, those who appeared, the scores, again, PM, or, 4 students who easily got 900 plus. Students, roughly 9 students who got 800 plus. 800 plus typically is very good. Okay. Typically 900 plus, you can get a seat of your choice. And then range of marks for qualified candidates. Let's look at this one table and then, I'll close this thing. 124 candidates qualified. Top 3 above 50. 11 above 40 to 50. 11 between 40 to 50. That also we saw. 30 to 40, you have 30. 21 to 30, you have most of the students over there. 74 students. So even 11 to 20, there are some students, 6 students who qualified. Typically, these are SC, PWD candidates. Okay, typically. Because in fact, if you want to be eligible below 20, that's only, it's possible only then, right? We already saw the cutoffs. So in fact, suggest you look at data like this, you read the gate brochure, first of all. So if you are giving gate 2026, you go read the gate brochure, okay? And then if you're wondering whether what seat you would get, what rank you would get, go look at some official data like this and then make the conclusion for yourself. Some students will say, I scored 30 plus. I'm AC candidate. Will I get an AC? It's better to look at official data. Okay. Then, let's kind of, so this is PM paper is easy. PM paper is doable by non-PM students. 2 points. And then if I have to take a step back, get biomedical paper, qualifying degree is biomedical, paper is KPM. You have biomedical options available. You also have non-biomedical options available. Then, gate paper is PM. Qualifying degree is non-PM. Okay. You have biomedical options available. You have core options available. Say that ME3, E4 and all that. You have core options available. You have non-core options available. Right. And gate biomedical paper is relatively easy and it's doable. This is what I wanted to show. I wanted to show with some data, statistics and all that. Quickly, are there any questions? Some of you couldn't see the screen. Thus, I will. Yes, I recorded this so I can share the video. And those who are here, those who are going to write 2026. Do you see like where your target is and all that? It's a good idea to see, start seeing where you're eligible. Start finding your seats of interest, right? think there is one student from physiotherapy, right? I have had students from MBBS and all that in the previous years. Most of you here, I suppose, are engineers, right? Is there any non-PM student right now in this meeting? Okay, so iMaker, yeah, I suppose you are in physio. Samiksha, what are you doing?
Same, I'm also a physiotherapy graduate.
Okay, you are also a physiotherapy graduate. Okay, what we need to do is we have to look at how this, biomedical paper works for physiotherapy students. We have to do that, at a different time. Again, how does it help the MBBS students? That's also another question that we have to do at a different time. Oh, yeah. One question for me is, hey, the two physiotherapy students. I suppose eligibility will mean BS degree. Oh, what is a degree called in physiotherapy? Is it Bachelor of Science in Physiotherapy or what is it? So, Samiksha is there, right? Even IME is there.
So it's Bachelor of Physiotherapy.
Bachelor of Physiotherapy.
Yes, sir.
But this is some 4-year bachelor's degree that is eligible, right? And that comes under AICT and all that. Can you do one exercise? Say, can you just take the IIT Madras, the application brochure that I showed you? Can you like show me or mark, just send me screenshots, things that you are eligible for?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just for IIT Madras. Yeah, the point is, I looked at IIT Madras brochure because that was, they had given things in tabularized form. Qualifying degree, get PM, tabularized very well. It was easy to read. Other options are available in IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi. There are many other new options available, right? Kharagpur, medical imaging, and things like that, right? IISc, there is like design,
Yes, sir.
biomedical students are, eligible. So there are many, many, many options available, both for biomedical, non-biomedical students. And that makes get paper easy and very interesting. Okay. Is it worth taking the leap of faith? It is doable. Okay. The jump is possible for non-BM students. Okay. So with that, let me stop this.